Have you ever stood up for just a second, and your dog instantly took your seat? Not later, not randomly, right at that exact moment. You probably laughed, maybe even thought they were being cheeky. But what if that small move isn't small at all? What if your dog isn't taking your spot, but choosing something much deeper than comfort? Most owners get this completely wrong, and once you see it, you won't unsee it. So before you brush it off again, stay with me, because the last part explains everything. You stand up for a second just to grab your phone, maybe a glass of water, and before you even turn back, they're already there, spinning once, pressing their face into your spot, settling in like they've been waiting for this exact moment all day. It feels almost calculated, like they couldn't wait for you to leave. But here's the part most people never question: why your spot? Not the couch next to it, not the soft bed you bought, not the warm patch of sunlight on the floor. Out of everything in the room, they choose exactly where you were. That's not random, and it's not about comfort. Dogs don't just look for the softest place. They look for the place that feels the most you. Every time you sit there, you leave behind something invisible. Your scent, your warmth, your emotional state. To you, it's nothing. To them, it's everything. So when they rush into your spot, they're not replacing you. They're trying to stay with you in the only way they can when you're gone. And once you realize that, that annoying habit starts to feel very different. So next time it happens, don't rush to move them. Just pause for a second and ask yourself, are they really taking your place or trying not to lose you? Now here's where it gets a little strange. To you, that spot is just a seat, fabric, cushion, nothing special. But to your dog, it's something completely different. It's layered with you, not just your smell in a simple way, but traces of everything you were feeling while you sat there. Calm, tired, distracted, safe. Dogs don't smell the way you do. They don't just notice a scent and move on. They read it, like you would read a message someone left behind. That's why you'll see them press their nose deep into the cushion. Pause there. Breathe in slowly, like they're trying to take something in. Because in a way they are. It's the closest thing they have to you when you're not there. Imagine walking into a room and somehow being able to feel exactly how someone you love felt just by being where they were. That's what your dog experiences. So when they curl up in your spot, it's not just about being near your scent. It's about stepping into your presence, even if it's faint, even if it's fading. For them, it's enough to feel like you never really left, and this is where everything flips. You walk back into the room, and they're still there, right in your spot, curled up, looking at you like they have no intention of moving. Maybe you say their name. Maybe you gesture for them to get up, and they don't. For a second, it almost feels like they're being stubborn, like they took something that was yours, and now they're holding on to it. But look a little closer. They're not tense, not defensive, not guarding it from you. They're just staying. Because in their world, this isn't about taking your place. It's about holding it. Dogs come from a way of living where space meant something, where staying close to what mattered. And when you leave that spot, they don't see it as empty. They see it as something that still belongs to you. So they lie there, keeping it warm, keeping your scent strong. Almost like they're making sure you still have a place to come back to. And maybe you've seen this before. You return, and instead of jumping up right away, they hesitate. Like leaving that spot too soon would mean letting something go. If this moment feels familiar to you, just comment G below. Because once you see it this way, it stops feeling like a small habit and starts feeling like something much harder to ignore. But there's another layer, one that's much simpler. Put your hand on your seat right after you've been sitting there for a while. It's warm, not just a little warm. It holds your body heat in a way the rest of the room doesn't. And for your dog, that matters more than you think. Their bodies run slightly hotter than yours. They naturally seek out warmth. That's why they chase sunlight on the floor, why they curl up on freshly dried laundry, why they press against anything that still holds heat. So your seat becomes something rare. It's warm, and it smells like you. Not one or the other, both at the same time. That combination creates something your dog can't really find anywhere else. A place that feels physically comfortable and emotionally safe. And without overthinking it, your dog learns this quickly. Out of every spot in the house, this is the one that gives them the most, with the least effort. So they go there, again and again. Not because they're choosing comfort over you, but because in that moment, that is the closest thing to you. And then there's this moment that almost feels impossible when you first notice it. You haven't even stood up yet. You're still sitting there, phone in your hand, body relaxed, and somehow your dog is already watching you differently. Not casually, not lazily, but with that focused, quiet attention, like they're waiting for something you haven't done yet. Then you shift your weight, just slightly. You take a breath. Maybe you glance toward the kitchen, and before you even realize you're about to move, they do. They're already getting up, already stepping closer, already positioning themselves near your spot. So when you finally stand, they don't react. They arrive, like they knew this was coming before you did. And the truth is, in their own way, they did. Dogs don't just watch you, they study you. Every small habit, every repeated pattern, every tiny signal you don't even notice yourself making. Over time, those signals become predictions. So your dog isn't chasing your seat. They're anticipating the moment it becomes available. And once you see that, it stops feeling random. It starts feeling intentional, like they've been quietly paying attention to you for far longer than you ever realized. And maybe this is the part that changes how you see everything. Because this isn't just a behavior in a moment. It's something built over time. Your dog has been watching you for longer than you think. Every day without you noticing, they've been paying attention to where you go, where you sit, where you seem most at ease. That spot you always return to, they've seen it hundreds of times. The way your body relaxes there, the way you stay there longer than anywhere else. And slowly, without words, they start to understand something simple. This is where you feel okay. And if that's true, then this must be a good place to be. So they go there too. Not to copy you in a mechanical way, but to stay connected to the version of you they've learned over time. Because your dog doesn't just live with you. They learn from you. They shape their world around your patterns, your rhythms, your sense of safety. And when they choose your spot, it's not just about what's left behind in that moment. It's about everything they've learned about you, across all the moments before it. And this is where it all comes together. Because at the end of the day, this isn't really about the seat. It's about where your dog chooses to let go. Think about what it means for a dog to rest, to actually fall asleep. Their breathing slows, their body softens, their awareness fades. In that moment, they're not alert, not watching, not protecting themselves. They're vulnerable. And for an animal, that's never a casual decision. So when your dog curls up in your spot, presses into it, and slowly closes their eyes, they're choosing to let their guard down in the place that feels most like you. Even when you're not there, out of every corner in the house, every quiet space, every soft surface they could choose, they choose the one that carries you. Because to them, that's the safest version of the world they know. And maybe that's the part that hits a little deeper. Because while you're moving through your day, not thinking much about where you sat last, your dog is there, resting inside that space, trusting it enough to close their eyes. So when you see them lying there next time, don't just see a habit. See what it really takes for them to do that. And maybe ask yourself, quietly, what does it mean to be the place someone feels safe enough to finally let go? And maybe that's why this is so easy to miss. Because nothing about it looks dramatic. No noise, no urgency. Just your dog, quietly choosing your place. Not to take something from you, not to compete, but to feel a little closer, a little steadier, a little more okay, in a world that only makes sense when you're part of it. And once you see it this way, that small moment doesn't feel small anymore. So let me ask you something simple. When your dog takes your spot, do they settle in calmly or do they hold on to it like it matters more than it should? If this felt familiar to you, just comment R below. Because sometimes the smallest behaviors are the ones that mean the most.